There's a difference between using the gym to sharpen yourself and using the gym to hide from the rest of your life. Welcome to the Wolverine Lifestyle. My name is Dylan Andres, and I help high-performing men strengthen their relationships at home and in their business. A lot of men won't say this part out loud, but it does need to be said. Sometimes the gym is not where you go to get stronger. Sometimes it's where you go because it feels easier than going home. Yeah, I said it. That's the part that nobody wants to talk about because the gym looks disciplined. It looks productive. It looks healthy. It looks like you're doing the thing right. So nobody questions it. Not your buddies, not your partner, not even yourself. I'm clearing my head. I need this. I'm working on myself. And while yes, sometimes that's true, sometimes training does help. Sometimes it does regulate you. Sometimes it does bring you back to yourself. But other times, you're not there because you need to train. You're there because the weight feels easier than the conversation that's waiting for you back at home. One more set feels easier than honesty. One more exercise feels easier than sitting in discomfort. One more lap around the gym feels easier than walking through the front door and dealing with the tension that you've been avoiding for the last 3 days. That's the truth. Another hard workout is not going to fix the fact that you do not know how to sit with yourself when life gets uncomfortable. And that's where a lot of men get this twisted. They think the gym is helping them regulate. And when in reality, sometimes it's just helping them delay. That's different. The gym can support you. Discipline can build you. Training can absolutely be medicine. But the second you start using it to outrun your life that it's asking you to face, and it stops being a medicine. Now it's just become avoidance. And that's a line. And lots of men don't even realize when they've crossed it because it usually starts small. You had a long day, things feel off at home, you're irritated, you're frustrated, you got pressure sitting in your chest, and then you think, I just need to go train. So you go. But now you're not lifting because it's part of the path or part of the plan. You're lifting because the anger is what's giving you energy. The avoidance is what's giving you that intensity you're craving, and for the next hour, hour and a half, you don't have to deal with the actual weight of your life. You just have to move the iron. You sweat, push, stay busy enough to not deal with what's actually going on. And that's where this starts to get tricky, because from the outside, this still looks very healthy. You're still showing up. You're still training hard. You're still doing something that looks really good on paper, but internally, you might be using strength to, overcomplicate the emotional absence. And that's costing you because eventually you build a body that looks powerful while your relationships still feel fragile. You built that routine, that structure, that strength under the bar. But the second conflict shows up at home, you'd either tighten up, you shut down, you get short, you get avoidant, or you stay out longer than necessary because the gym is predictable and your relationship isn't. That's not strength, that's control. And a lot of men have confused control with strength for years. Real strength is not what we can carry physically. It's what we're able to sit in discomfort with and not run away from. To feel tension and still be present. To know that that hard conversation is waiting for us when we get home, but we don't need another hour to delay it. That is the strength. The gym should sharpen the man. It should not replace him. The man is a knife. The gym is a sharpener. And a sharpener, yes, it matters. Nobody wants a dull knife. A dull knife struggles with simple tasks. It will slip, it can hesitate, and it can make a mess of things that should be easy and clean. And that's what the gym can do for a man. It can sharpen him. It can build his edge, discipline him, and strengthen his grip. It makes him more capable under pressure. But the sharpener is not the purpose of the knife. A knife was made to be used. It was made for real-world function, for practical application, for pressure, for precision, for moments where something actually needs to be cut through. So if all he ever does is sit in the sharpener, what happens? Yeah, he might become polished, maybe refined, maybe even impressive to look at, but ultimately useless, because a knife that never leaves the sharpener does not prove its value by how sharp it looks. It proves its value by what it can actually do when life puts something in front of it. That's the danger of living in the gym without applying what it builds. Strength in the gym means nothing if you're still passive in your relationship. Discipline in the gym means nothing if you avoid the hard conversations. The endurance that you gain in the gym means nothing if you fold under the emotional pressure at home. At that point, the sharpener has become a hiding place. And that's not what this place is supposed to be used for. The gym should prepare the man, not replace his life. Because the point is not to spend your whole life becoming sharp. The point is to be sharp enough to go use that edge where it actually counts. This is where a lot of high-performing men get stuck. They're used to being praised for the parts of their life where they perform well. Work, money, discipline, training. The output of production. They know how to win there, but nobody taught them how to stay present when things feel messy, uncertain, or exposing. So they go where they know how to win, where the effort actually makes sense, where the rules are clear, where the progress is measurable, it's linear. The pain feels clean. The gym gives you that. Relationships don't. In the gym, the rep either goes up or it doesn't. The weight doesn't lie, but at home, you can say something with the best of intention and still have the aftermath. In the gym, you can grind harder. In a relationship, grinding harder usually just makes a bigger mess if you're still shut down. So a lot of men keep choosing the place where they feel competent, and that becomes the problem when competence turns into hiding. You drag the workout longer than necessary. You add the extra work you don't need. You sit in the parking lot scrolling your phone, buying yourself that extra 10 minutes before you go inside. Why? Because the gym makes sense to you. Home feels harder to control. Your workout gives you a scoreboard. Your relationship gives you reflection. And reflection is a hell of a lot harder. It's a hell of a lot harder to hide from. So how do you know the gym is helping you or if you're hiding from it? Well, here are a few signs. You're dragging out your workout because you don't want to go home yet. You tell yourself that you're being disciplined, but really you're just buying yourself more time, and you know this. You feel more emotionally available when you're working out than you do with your partner. So how do you push through this discomfort? You disappear. You keep saying that I just need to clear my head every time that things feel tense at home, but nothing actually gets cleared, does it? You leave the gym tired, but not honest, spent, but not settled, exhausted, but still sitting in the truck with the same pressure in your chest. That's usually the tell, because if the gym was truly helping you face your life, You would leave this place with more clarity and more presence and more of a willingness to actually deal with what matters at home. Not just more exhaustion. And to be clear, I'm not saying to stop the gym. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying be honest why you're there. Because once you tell the truth, now you can use the gym properly. Now the workout will actually support your life instead of helping you avoid it. Discipline will work for you instead of becoming your favorite hiding place. Now you train, and then you can go handle your business. You go home and handle the conversation. You can go say the hard things sooner. You can stop making your partner pay for the tension you refuse to deal with. That's the shift. Because the goal is not to become less disciplined. The goal is to become more integrated. A man whose strength means something outside the gym too. A man who can carry the weight and tell the truth. A man who can regulate himself without disappearing from the rest of his life. A man who does not need to hide in the one place and only place he feels powerful. And that's the standard, and we have to be honest about that. Because a lot of men truly build their identity around this place, being disciplined, being strong, the reliable one, the stoic one, the one who handles business, who gets things done, who keeps it together, and blah, 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 whatever thing we tell ourselves to add more weight to our shoulders. That identity becomes a trap, because now you're not just going to the gym to train, you're going there to protect that image. Under the bar, you still feel like yourself. In that environment, nobody is asking you why you've been distanced. Nobody is asking what's wrong. Nobody is asking you to explain the silence you're sitting in. Nobody is asking you to be emotionally available when all you know is how to stay composed. And that's why some men stay there too long. Not because they love the training, because the gym becomes the one place where their identity still feels intact. And again, I'm not knocking the gym. I love the gym. Hell, I'm here right now. But it can become a very clean hiding place, a socially acceptable one at that. A place where people will praise you for disappearing as long as the disappearance looks productive. And that's why this pattern is dangerous, because nobody interrupts it. People clap for it. Stay disciplined. Keep pushing. Good for you, bro. Meanwhile, your home life gets thinner. Your connection gets weaker. Your patience gets shorter. Your honesty gets delayed. And your partner can feel you disappearing. That matters, because functioning is not the same as being here. Looking strong is not the same as leading well. And being good at carrying weight does not automatically make you safe to be in a relationship with. That takes a different kind of strength, a quieter kind, a kind that does not get applauded, the kind that looks like sitting your ass down and having the conversation you keep trying to out-train. That is the work. And that, if that hits a nerve, good, that's good, because that shame doesn't help. A lot of men have been calling this avoidance discipline for a long time. And until you tell yourself the truth about that, nothing is going to change. Not at home, not internally, not how you show up in life, not how you lead. So yes, train hard. Absolutely. Get strong. Go to the gym. Take care of your body. Sharpen yourself. But stop using the gym as a place to go to delay the man that you're supposed to become. Pay attention to the pattern, the extra 45 minutes, the extra unnecessary accessory work, the sitting alone in the parking lot, the I'll deal with it tomorrow mentality. The way you keep choosing effort you understand over the honesty you don't. That's the work. That is the real work. And that's exactly the kind of work I help men do. Not just become stronger on paper, but become more present at home, more honest under the pressure, more emotionally steady when things get real, more connected in the places that actually matter. Because functioning is not the same as being here, and looking strong is not the same as leading well. And if this struck a nerve or resonated at all, the Wolverine lifestyle is for you.